What did you overhear when someone didn't know you understood their language? My dad is Mexican, but I look nothing like him. I'm pale, have light brown hair, and most people assume I only speak English. The truth is, I grew up speaking both English and Spanish fluently. A few years ago, I started working at a hospital. There was an older janitor named Carlos who barely spoke English. We'd smile at each other in the hallways, but our conversations never went beyond a few words. One afternoon, I walked into the staff break room and heard Carlos talking to another janitor in Spanish. They didn't notice me standing by the door. Then I heard my name. I immediately froze because I assumed he was complaining about me. Instead, Carlos said, "She reminds me of my daughter." The other janitor asked what he meant. Carlos pulled out a photo and explained that his daughter had moved across the country years ago and they rarely spoke anymore. He said every time he saw me carrying my lunch tray or rushing through the halls, it reminded him of when she was younger. Then he said something that completely broke my heart. He admitted that whenever he saw me working late, he'd quietly leave an extra snack in the staff fridge because he worried I wasn't eating enough. Suddenly, all those random snacks I'd been finding for months made sense. His friend laughed and asked why he didn't just tell me. Carlos shook his head and said, "Because she'd probably think I'm a weird old man." Then he smiled and added, "But for a few minutes every day, it feels like my daughter is still nearby." I stood there trying not to cry. Finally, I walked over and said in Spanish, "You know, you could have just talked to me." Carlos nearly dropped his coffee. The look on his face was priceless. Then he started laughing, and a second later, he was crying too. That was 4 years ago. Today, Carlos comes to every family barbecue. My kids call him Grandpa Carlos, and every Christmas, he still brings me the same snacks he used to leave in the fridge. Sometimes the kindest people in your life are the ones you don't even realize are looking out for you.